Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yep, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, cool. All right, so how is it that anybody that say Kyle Rittenhouse is innocent isn't a leftist? How is that a thing? Explain that for me. Anyone who says Kyle is innocent isn't a leftist. Do you want to discuss that in Discord, young one? He put it as okay. Hold on, Devils, cabbage. That's not what It's not what I requested of you. All right? Do you want to get into Discord? Be specific here. So I'm going to at you so you know exactly who I'm talking to. All right? I want you to get inside of Discord and we can discuss the nature of the case. One sec, I'm having mic issues. All right, yeah, that's fine.
Because he's a right-wing grifter who came in from outside his town. He wasn't part of the town. He wasn't asked to defend any businesses.
What do you mean when you say he's not a part of the town?
Wasn't part of the community.
What do you mean by that? Like he wasn't involved in the community at all?
Yeah, he wasn't, and he wasn't. He lied multiple times about being asked to
hold on.
be there.
Well, let's take it one point at a time. Have you watched the trial at all?
Yeah, I watched the closing arguments.
Just the closing arguments?
Just the closing arguments.
Okay, so are you aware that Kyle Rittenhouse worked in Kenosha?
I was not aware of that.
Okay, are you aware that his father lived in Kenosha?
Nope.
Okay, would you say that somewhere that you work and somewhere where your parent lives could count as part of your community?
Maybe. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I'll give you that.
So then do you agree that it was probably his community? I mean, you just kind of already agreed to that. It'd
okay,
be really
yeah, sure.
Okay.
Well, it's irrelevant. It's irrelevant, but yeah.
I mean, it's relevant because you just said it wasn't his
he
community.
intended to kill people based on the fact that he-
Hold on. Let's take it one point at a time. Because just a second ago you said it wasn't his community. So now you understand that it is his community, correct? You made a point of that. You made a point of that. So it is relevant that that it is. So just to be clear, one of your points, it's relevant in regard to that. That's why I brought that up. Because I don't care whether or not somebody flies in from Australia to be able to do shit. I don't care. But leftists all of a sudden start freaking out because somebody crossed a 15-minute border, right? I don't give a fuck if somebody from Australia comes in to defend shit.
When you look at the whole case, it seems as if a LARPer wanted to go and murder people in this town.
What makes you say he's a LARPer?
He has an AR-15. He's he just white power symbol in a bar. I saw that.
Okay, that was after the situation, and I could have a conversation why that might happen.
Why did it happen?
Well, because it's after the situation. Everybody on the left was shitting on him. What would we expect? If everybody on the left, including House Democrat people, like more liberal people, are actively saying that he's scum on earth, and as you've seen the post literally saying he should be raped in prison, what do you expect to happen? Do you expect him to be like, you know what, we really just kind of I love leftists. They're really great, even though half of them want me raped in prison. He's a 17-year-old kid. It's expected that he would go on over to a conservative side, and I have no idea. If specifically, let's run with the interpretation that he knew exactly what he was doing. I mean, I feel like all of this is to be expected as a result of being literally ostracized and demonized amongst one side of the political aisle to the point where they literally want you dead. Yeah.
I mean, he's a murderer. I mean.
Okay, hold on. But I'm trying to explain the actions of why he might go out there and why he might do that, why he might hang out with that crowd. That makes sense from my perspective, why he would hang out with that crowd. I mean, would you want to hang out with a group of people politically that says that, you should be killed or that you should be sentenced to prison for the rest of your life? Or, as we've seen recently with the memes, you should be raped in prison? No, I wouldn't. Especially if I was 17. You gotta remember that this guy's young, right? It's not like this guy has a fully formed worldview around fucking everything, has been online fucking talking about politics for fucking 30 years of his life, right?
Well, you have to think about it this way. What kind of message is it sending the world where a 17-year-old comes from, let's say, in his community since he worked there?
Yep. And his father
kill people, to kill a 5'4" man, shoot him 4 times.
Wait, what
is
it?
Wait, hold on.
Can you stop? What does 5'4" have to do with anything?
The threat.
Are you serious?
The threat if someone's posing to you, yes.
Wait,
no
so hold on.
Right
wait. So what you're saying is hold on.
That's what the prosecution also pointed out. By the way. It's a valid argument.
I think it's a laughable argument. It's like this is. I didn't think that somebody would actually do the manlet defense. I don't think that that's a valid argument. He's a grown ass man. All right, he's got years on Kyle Rittenhouse, and
years in
he's
what?
not
Fighting.
No, he's older.
What does it have to do? You could be an elderly man. That doesn't make you a threat. I mean, I don't understand.
I mean, an elderly man would probably be less of a threat because they're elderly. It's significantly less of a threat. I don't think him being 5'4" is anything. Like, do you even know his weight? How much did he weigh?
150 from what I saw.
150 is a fair weight. You're acting like he's like 5'4" and 70 pounds. All right? Like, this is a dude that can do some damage.
I don't see how he's like a danger to Kyle Rittenhouse where he has to shoot him 4 times.
For reference, I'm 6 feet tall and I weigh 160 pounds, right? Am I so much more of a threat because I'm like, 8 inches taller than him and weigh 10 more pounds? Like, come on. He's still a threat because even though he's 5'4", like, I don't understand what is this defense?
He's still a threat, but if you watch earlier in the prosecution's defense or prosecution, I guess. They push him he's at this scuffle at the gas station, I think, Cars Ultimate or something. I don't know. And he pushes him back, and he just goes flying. And I'm just like, why didn't Kyle Rittenhouse just push him?
I'm sorry. What are you referencing? Say again.
The scuffle at Cars Ultimate.
Okay. What about it?
There was a lot of arguing. There was yelling. There was shouting. And no one died. No one got injured. People were getting in each other's faces, and Rosenbaum in the process of this got shoved, and it was fine. I don't understand. Why
what
did he
is
have
this?
to die?
What does this have to do with anything? Like, how is this relevant?
A conflict that happened. It's relevant because a conflict happened.
Yep.
And no one died, and it proves that he can be shoved across the room because he doesn't weigh that much. He's not much of a threat.
Wait, that's not at all how it works. Wait, are you saying? Wait, hold on. So are you saying he was pushed a far distance, therefore he's not a threat?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Are you serious?
So the prosecution said too. I don't understand. It's a valid argument.
Okay, so there is a whole host of reasons why being pushed a far distance or stumbling a far distance doesn't mean that you might not be a threat. For one, you could be holding a weapon.
Oh,
you
thought he was going to kill Kyle Rittenhouse. Is that what you thought? You believe Kyle Rittenhouse? You thought he was going to kill him?
I don't know. I love it how you hold on. You're getting ahead of yourself, buddy. You're getting ahead of yourself. Okay? So I'm trying to address point by point. Okay? Right? I'm trying to address every single point specifically.
Well, we skipped a couple points for the record. I mean, he pointed the gun at the crowd. That's the original point.
Hold on. No, the original point that you brought up is it wasn't even his community. I already addressed that. Now we're going to apparently the short dude defense.
No, if we're going in order of events, he pointed the gun at the crowd. That makes him the aggressor. Therefore, he can't be.
Hold on. Do you have the evidence of him pointing the gun at the crowd?
Yes, I do. It's on video.
Okay. When did he point the gun at the crowd?
Before he was. Why do you think Rosenbaum charged him?
I think Rosenbaum charged him because he had his gun out and there was a conflict between him and Rosenbaum.
Exactly. He pointed his gun at the crowd.
No, hold on. That's massive. A conflict doesn't mean that you're pointing a gun at the crowd. Are you referencing the video where Kyle Rittenhouse pointed the gun at Rosenbaum when Rosenbaum was charging Kyle Rittenhouse?
Is that what you're referencing? I'm referencing he raised the gun. I cannot. I don't know. I've tried to navigate. I only saw it on the prosecution. I tried to navigate, try to find the videos, the exhibits by myself, and I could not find them at all.
Don't you think that maybe we should be going off of a little bit more than just, Hey,
I wish I could find them for you. I mean, they don't show up.
If it doesn't show up, then maybe is there a chance that it doesn't? Yeah, I saw closing argument. So you're referring to the literal 1 pixel meme? Is that what you're talking about?
What's the 1 pixel meme?
So, to my knowledge, the entire idea of what you're basing this off of is predicated on the most cloudy, murky footage that the world has ever seen. It looks like Bigfoot found footage that went through a fucking a goddamn power wash. Okay, like it's horrible, right? It looks like it didn't spend enough time in the red room, right? It's terrible. Is that what you're referencing as your evidence for Kyle Rittenhouse pulling his gun on the crowd?
It could be, but I saw him point the gun at the crowd. I don't know.
Okay, what did you like?
It's only Bigfoot if it's not real.
Yeah,
So
I
not
don't know what to tell you. If you think you saw it, but you can't find it anywhere, I'm asking you for it. It doesn't seem like anybody can find it. Maybe you misremembered or something. Maybe it just doesn't exist, homie. I don't know what to tell you.
I'm talking about all the exhibits. Does that mean all the exhibits don't exist? I can't find any of the exhibits. They just don't show up. Watch. Type in Kyle Rittenhouse exhibits. Nothing comes up.
Oh, you're talking about the clips from the case? No, you don't have to find me a direct clip from the case. There's plenty of the clips on YouTube, natively.
I don't know how to find those.
You don't know how to use YouTube?
Why can't you find it if it's that easy? I don't understand.
Because I'm not the one making the claim that Kyle Rittenhouse pointed his gun around, because I don't believe that exists. That footage
I thought
exists.
This was common knowledge. I mean, we all watched the prosecution, didn't we? I mean, that's what their argument was.
I'm very calling into question your credibility about actually watching the trial if you think that's common knowledge from the trial.
The prosecution's argument is common knowledge.
Yes, but
you can disagree with it.
Hold on, but the prosecution,
but it's still the argument that they
made. The prosecution's argument, to my knowledge of what you're referencing, that he was brandishing the firearm prior to brandishing it at Rosenbaum, was in the context of a incredibly blurry piece of footage that, like, practically
a blurry piece of footage where he was pointing his gun at people.
No, the blurry aspect of it calls into question whether or not he even was pointing a gun at people. It was so incredibly difficult to see that many people argued that it's just not what it is. There was even conflicts that we watched on my stream that showed that, like, it very well might not have been exactly what the prosecution was saying. The artifacting of the video was in line with the idea that it actually wasn't. They said that
there's this footage magic where
it's not a footage magic, it's just a blurry
he's pointing
footage.
His gun at the crowd. It's blurry. You can still see the gun being pointed at the crowd.
No, you can't. That's the point. It's so blurry that you cannot. It is very difficult to discern what is happening. That is the point.
Well,
okay,
if you
listen,
want, like...
I'm going to shut this down. Just find me the footage. All right? Just prove it. All right? All of the evidence that I've seen through covering the trial shows that it doesn't exist.
What do you mean it doesn't exist? You said it exists. It's just blurry.
Well, sir, it doesn't exist to prove anything, is what I mean.
How do I find exhibits that are only done in trial? I don't understand. I can't find them on YouTube.
You absolutely can. There's massive... Wait, hold on. So you're telling me the thing that was broadcast to literally the world, that people recorded on their YouTube channels full on and full through, you're having trouble finding? Like, this is pretty incredible. All right, listen. If you can't find the footage that you're specifically referring to, that's fine. That's okay. All right. We can move on to another point, and we can run with hypotheticals, assuming that he did brandish the firearm, and running with the hypothetical that he didn't. Okay? We can do that.
Okay, well, here's all I'm going to say is I watched Central Committee cover it. I watched the closing arguments, and in basically the prosecution's strongest argument was that once he... Oh, okay. I shouldn't be reading chat. Okay. Let me see here. Is that he pointed the gun at the crowd, and that is... Dude, chat is tilting me.
Don't read chat.
Okay.
It'll tilt you.
You're right. I won't read chat.
My chat tends to not like it when there's unsubstantiated claims. That's it.
Unsubstantiated. It's on the prosecution's defense. Why would you think with the biased judge that he wouldn't call out the prosecution if it was?
Yeah.
Well, he obviously has beef with the prosecution. I mean, he's like calling them out for, and he got rid of the gun charges, which I thought was ridiculous. Like, why would he do that?
Are you a lawyer?
I read the fucking.
You read the statutes, and
you're
a lawyer. Yeah. You're a lawyer now. You read the statutes. You got it down,
bro. It includes ninjas throwing stars in the. It's a meme at this point. It includes ninja throwing stars. So he had an AR-15. How is that not valid?
You literally think that you could just read the statute and then it's good? Hey, there it is. It's good. You just read the statute and it's like, hey, listen.
What
man,
about being a
I know
judge
this
makes
shit
him more
works.
qualified to read a statute than anyone else? I don't understand.
Are you? I'm
His
getting trolled.
interpretation-
This is a troll, right? How much did somebody pay this person? Is this actually?
Oh my
real?
god, it's an AR-15. Why would that not be
Mike
valid?
is
I don't
a liar.
understand.
He is covered Omega Love.
My bad. Is this real? Is this an actual human that I'm talking to right now? Like, that's crazy. The thing that makes him more qualified is because he's a judge. His job is to interpret the law. What do you mean?
It's an interpretation that other lawyers disagree with. I don't.
And you ain't one of them. I don't know why
And
you're
I'm not one of them.
acting
I don't
like
have to be one of them. I don't have
You
to. be one of them.
do. Like you're acting like you have years of legal training to be able to interpret this law and the way that it was written. Like, bro, listen. I'm sorry, it ain't that deep. Take the L.
It's like a doctor explaining what a cancerous growth is. I can be explained what it is. I can read the statute and understand what's going on.
So then why is it that when the people involved in the case are telling you that the gun charges are getting dropped on good merit, you're like, you know what? No, I'm not going to believe these people. I'm going to find some other person who doesn't actually have a law degree and then just say, yeah, you know what? Yeah, you know what? I believe this. Or just read it yourself and say, you know what? I'm thinking it's something else.
Why should I blindly believe it if it's a judge that I think's biased anyway? I don't understand.
You shouldn't blindly believe anything, but blind belief is a lot different than just saying, I'm just going to look at myself and just come up with a different interpretation.
I read the statute and I was like,
cool. Can you point me? Hold on, chill with that. Can you point me to an authority figure who actually agrees with that? I like how you say you're a leftist, by the way. You're calling other people not leftist, by the way, and you're throwing out the R word. Pretty good slimer there, homie.
Oh yeah, it's ableist. Oh my bad.
Wait, is that a joke? I can't. Like, this has to be a meme, right? Like, do you not think that ableism is a problem?
I just use it colloquially. I didn't know it was that triggering for some people.
Oh yeah, I use the N-word colloquially as well, bro. It's chill.
It's not the same thing, my guy.
Yeah, no, it ain't. You're right. It ain't that deep. I agree.
You're not
with
offended. You're literally not offended. So just stop pretending you are.
Yeah, you're right. I'm not. Wait, my bad. I have to be a part of the group to say that there's something wrong with it. Do you want to throw out some Chinese slurs or some shit? Hey, let's throw it up, dude. Hey, neither one of you. I'm assuming you're not Chinese. I'm just throwing it out there. Maybe you are. Like, me and you both aren't Chinese. So like, fuck it,
Right,
dude.
the
Let's
reason I
run
said
this
you're not a
bitch to
leftist.
kingdom
All right,
come.
let's just put this to bed. I said you're not a leftist because of the precedent that it sets, where a right-wing protester can go and enter a community he's a part of, or whatever, and just murder people. Then they had every right to kill him after.
The contention.
They had every right
is
to disarm him after he pointed a gun at the crowd, which I would contest that I saw.
know they should have ran away. They should have disengaged with the situation. It was
And
clearly
the
running
prosecution
towards
argues that he could have been killed after that. After he pointed the gun at the crowd, he could have been killed, and it would have been valid. That's what the prosecution argued.
We're waiting on the verdict. Why are you only talking about what the prosecution argued? I could just say that the defendant or the defense just simply argued that he was always in the right and he's an angel.
Because I'm not a lawyer. I'm making arguments from the prosecution. I'm not making arguments for myself.
Wait, so now you're appealing to arguments of the court and not when
I'm
it
using
came
your
to,
own
like,
logic. I'm using your own logic.
Okay, if you want to use
So
my
you're
logic,
not a lawyer. You
let's
can't
say-
interpret the law at all. You can't read a statute and interpret it yourself.
I'm not trying to say
because you're
that
not a
you
lawyer.
can never interpret the law. What I'm saying is that when your interpretation of the law goes counter to what other people who are more informed on the issue have, you should probably appeal to somebody else who has farther or good experience inside of the field, maybe saying something similar to you. And that's what you should appeal to and find a bounty of evidence in regards to that, multiple sources on that. But you have yet to provide any. You can't find me a lawyer that did it. You just read it and said that I disagree, which is just kind of cringe, right? This sounds like some anti-vax levels of logic here.
Oh,
So, because you're literally saying that the people that are ruled on this and say that it's fucking illegal, by the way. I also saw lawyers prior to the gun charges being dropped say that everything that he was doing was legal due to the length of the barrel, him not actually taking the gun over state lines.
Oh yeah, that's why they threw it out. They threw it out because of the length of the barrel. That seems a little bit silly to me. I don't know.
It's cool, but that's
if you
the
think
law.
If you think that's anti-vax level, if you think that's anti-vax level, you're arguing in bad faith for the right. That's what you're a useful idiot for the right wing. That's what you are.
If you're arguing I think the person that's actively saying that we should be, it's cool to be ableist. If anything, here is arguing in favor of the right. But you know, you got me there, brother. You got me.
I'm sorry I used the word retard. I'm so sorry.
I can't tell. You just genuinely think that's not a big deal? Like,
I don't think it's a
didn't
big
really
deal.
care.
I don't think it's a big deal.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right, buddy. All right. Okay. All right. So
It's not on levels of anti-vax though. You're useful.
No. The reason why I said it was levels of anti-vax is because you're trying to make an appeal that you're better at reading this information on the law than lawyers are, trained people who do this shit all the fucking time.
Just biased in a different way. I think.
And your biased in a different way means that you have a valid interpretation relative to people that have been practicing law for their entire lives. And you know better because you read that shit, like, in one fucking Google search and think that you're smarter. Like, the fuck?
He threw it up because of the barrel length. I can think that's stupid.
Okay, but that's the law.
And that's not on the level of anti-vax.
No, that just shows
that's
that
not in the law. He made it up. It's arbitrary. It's not in the law.
You don't think that wait, what? Wait, you don't think that there's laws about the barrel length of weapons, and that depends on the classification of the weapon? This is what I mean. This is why laymen shouldn't be reading the law and interpreting the law. You have no fucking clue what you're talking about. You said that literally the judge made that shit up. The fuck are you talking about? That is literally laws in many different states inside the United States talking about barrel length. I agree, it's rather weird and bizarre.
It's an AR-15.
And? Like you're sitting over here like that's a legal argument. Oh, it's an AR-15.
You're not allowed to have a ninja throwing star. It's just it's retarded. Oh, I'm not supposed to say that. My bad. It's a word I use. I'm sorry. I shouldn't use it. You're right.
This is just getting to like definitely cringe levels here. It's just stop saying the word. Like, I'm not saying that you have to stop saying the word the. Just fucking back off of that shit a bit, okay?
Yeah.
Chill.
Right.
All right. Anyway. You're sitting over here, you're trying to describe to me why you've interpreted the law and why your interpretation of the law is valid, and you don't even know about the length of barrel laws inside of the United States, which is common in many different states, that this is a thing. I've talked about it extensively on my stream, how weird guns that we look at and we see and it looks like a shotgun isn't a shotgun. It's like a pistol. Or the weird guns that we look at that look like pistols are actually like rifles. And rifles are pistols as well, due to strange gun laws. Because technically, drawing a line is actually not that easy. What makes a rifle a rifle? This is difficult to be able to do. Some people would talk about caliber. That's not easy because there are incredibly small caliber rifles. Okay, let's talk about barrel length. There you go. And that's how you get to the barrel length stuff. You know, it's not very common. You have a 20-inch barrel pistol, but I've seen 20-inch barrel pistols that are done. So, like, that's how guns work. People are going to make guns weird to fit with certain regulations, to avoid certain regulations and shit like that. And that's what happened. We have
you should debate Central Committee on this. That'd be good content. I would watch that.
I don't know who the fuck that is, nor do I really care at the moment.
Oh, well, chat knows. Okay.
Okay, so nonetheless, okay, so point one about the community, it's his community. Point two about the gun, you didn't understand what the gun regulations and gun laws are.
Oh, Mike from PA. Do you know Mike from PA?
Yeah, I know who Mike from PA is.
Okay, he's Central Committee.
Oh, I didn't think you said Central Committee. I thought you said a different name.
Oh, okay. You should debate him. Because you guys are going to get all, you know...
So you're a fan of Mike from PA?
All mad over the one pixel meme. You're going to get all mad.
Are you a fan of Mike from PA?
Yeah, I watch him.
It makes a lot of sense. It tracks real well.
That's actually how I got the closing argument.
Okay, you gotta be joking, dude. This is too much of a bit. Somebody from DGG hired you. I'm
gonna be honest with you. I couldn't find the closing argument where it was like I could rewind it. I looked on Yahoo Finance. I couldn't find it.
Yeah, this person's a troll, 100%.
I'm not trolling.
I think
hard to find.
Can agree this person's a troll, right? One in chat if this guy's a troll, or two if he isn't. Chat.
It's so hard to find the exhibits on the Cal Rittenhouse case.
This has got to be 100%. No shot. This isn't a troll.
How'd you watch the closing arguments?
What do you mean? How did I watch them live?
Where'd you watch them live? I couldn't find it.
On YouTube.
Oh, okay. I watched it on Yahoo Finance. I couldn't rewind it, and it was really triggering.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I think this conversation is over. Are we done?
I don't know.
You're calling me a troll and you want to continue. If I was a troll, you'd not want to continue, right?
I think that you are a troll, but in the dear God case that you are not, we're gonna keep going just a bit, okay? Just a bit, and we're gonna see where we land. All right. So
He's going live though. I want to watch him soon. So.
Okay. So number one, right? It was his community. Number two, we addressed that Your interpretation of the gun law lacked all of the surrounding gun law and context necessary to be able to evaluate it. So let's start with the brandishing of the firearm towards Rosenbaum. Do you agree that Rosenbaum should have disengaged after Kyle pointed his gun at Rosenbaum? Do you think he should have just ran away and not
It doesn't matter what I think
pursuing?
Rosenbaum should have done. It's what I think Kyle should have done. He's the murderer here. I mean, let's just talk about why he shot him. He could have ran anywhere. Why'd he run to the cars? To be cornered. He ran to a corner so he could legally kill someone.
What makes you
He
say
could've-
that? Like, isn't there also, he could have gone in between the cars? The reason why he shot him wasn't necessarily because he was in the corner, but because Rosenbaum was right on top of him. He couldn't do much more running.
I don't think Kyle Rittenhouse has any remorse for the killings he did. I think he thinks he's completely justified.
Hold on. The fuck?
Because
you can't even know, nor should this even really fucking matter.
No, you asked me. You literally asked me. You said, what makes you say that? And I'm telling you what makes me say that. He shot him 4 times when he could have shot him once while he was collapsing. He was collapsing after the first shot.
Do you know what? Do you know how quickly the shots were fired? In succession?
I love how the defense uses that as an argument, but it just proves that he was reckless and murdered someone in cold blood very quickly.
No, it shows that you've never held it shows that you've never held a firearm in your life. If you don't,
I don't need to hold a firearm to murder someone with 4 shots. I could use the first shot. He could have fired the first shot, assessed, fired the second shot, assessed, fired the third shot, assessed, but instead he just went through with it and killed him.
The problem is you think this is like John Wick or some shit. Everybody's got like fucking suppressors so
Trigger
the muzzle
discipline?
flash and shit like
Trigger
that.
discipline?
I think he had
discipline?
phenomenal trigger discipline, and I've been on record
You're right, he
saying
should have
that.
unloaded his entire clip into him. You're right. Like, what is this?
No, he didn't, and didn't he use, 8 bullets total?
I mean, what kind of
8
precedent
or
do you think
12?
this sets for future protests? I mean, he killed 2 people and injured a third.
Don't try and run
it's
up
not
on
like an
people.
isolated incident.
Don't try
it's
and
not like
run
an
up
isolated
and
incident. He did it again.
Don't try to run up and assault people with firearms, is what the precedent is set, and I think that's a based precedent. Don't
aim your gun at crowds.
No,
or you will be
on,
tempted
because
to be disarmed.
again, you have no proof that that's happened. You just have weird Yahoo Finance knowledge.
Did you watch the prosecution's defense? Why can't
I
you address
did.
a prosecution's
I did,
argument?
and it was
Why
the
can't you
found
address
footage. You're talking about found footage, is what you're talking about. Okay?
Yes. Why can't you address the prosecution's argument?
Because that's not proof. Right? 3 pixels on a fucking screen isn't proof. That's not proof. I'm sorry. It's not.
Whatever. You should debate someone who's more qualified on this, like an actual leftist entertainer, I guess. A leftist entertainer.
I was going to say, are you not a leftist? It sounded like you're not. Okay. You would have had me fooled.
Why? Because I said the R word?
Yeah, not only that, but also, like, you're just making completely dog shit points. And I'm not completely of the opinion. I'm not lost on leftists, okay? I think leftists do make some really damn good points, and you're being actively disappointing right now. You're disappointing me, right? When it comes to this, right? Leftists.
I don't think you're addressing anything I've said, so I'm disappointed in
What
you.
do you mean? I've addressed. No, let's go back through it. I've addressed the community issue, right? I addressed the found footage Loch Ness Monster type beat that you're trying to reference from your Yahoo Finance 240p.
The fact that he threw out the gun.
Hold on. Let me get to the third point. And then the third point being that your lack of knowledge about gun regulations in the incredibly common, ever pervasive fucking barrel length issue when it comes to this shit, and whether or not he's transported it.
You compared me to an anti-vaxxer because of the gun regulations that he threw up because of the barrel length of an AR-15.
And I stand by that.
You stand by that. That's why you're a useful idiot for the right.
Apparently I am a useful idiot for the right, calling into question whether or not
because the
leftists
precedent
have
that's going to be set if he
this.
goes innocent, if he's found not guilty, the precedent that's going to be set is you can go to a protest and kill leftist protesters and claim self-defense. You can point a gun at a crowd. You can point a gun at a crowd, and then they'll rush you, try to disarm you.
That's the issue. We shouldn't be rushing after people with guns. Don't do that. That's stupid.
You shouldn't be aiming guns at crowds.
I agree, but there's no proof he did. That's the problem. You have no proof. You have your Loch Ness Monster fucking picture. Congratulations. Bigfoot 2.0. We got Littlefoot over here, 5'4" Rosenbaum, caught in the fucking found footage, bro. That ain't it. I'm sorry. That ain't it.
Okay, well, we're just going to agree to disagree on the fact that he shot him 4 times instead of 1 after and then assessed. I mean, I don't... That's the part that gets me. That makes me think he wanted to kill somebody.
I think you should I'm sorry. Say again. What was what you said that you wanted that evaluated for that shit? You said that. What was the reason why he came there to kill people? What was the reason that brought you to that
Oh yeah,
determination?
because he shot 4 times instead of once, and then reassessed
Are
if
you
he
are
was
you serious?
he was collapsing to the ground after the first shot.
Wait, so again? Do you know how quickly in succession these shots were?
0.76 seconds.
And do you know how fast 0.76 seconds is?
He murdered him really fast. You're right. That's an argument. I don't think that's an argument for the
Why
fact that
not?
he could have shot him once and then reassessed while he was collapsing.
You know, it's very common for people to get shot once and then keep going. If he was fearing for his life, why would he shoot once? If you, by the way, one of the rules of gun safety and procedure with firearms is you never discharge your firearm unless you're willing to kill the thing that you're pointing it at. So
That's
it's not
police training. That's not civilian training.
that is that is literally civilian training as well. What do you mean?
It is?
Yes. You never point your gun at something, and let alone pull the trigger unless you're ready to kill the person that you are doing that to. Because if you have any other option, you should not pull the trigger. You do not use your gun to shoot at like somebody's foot like you have like VATS or some shit and that you're going to like fucking trip them. No. If you are not in immediate danger of your life, you don't discharge your firearm. What do you mean?
All right, well, I think it comes down to those 2 points that we are just locked at.
No,
I don't think he should have shot 4 times.
I think you should.
I don't think he should have aimed his gun at the
So
crowd.
I think you should look into basic civilian gun safety and
No,
look
I
at
think
that shit.
Rosenbaum's a hero for actually charging him. I think he's a hero. I think he tried to disarm an active shooter.
Let me talk to you about why I have an issue with people spreading information like that these people are heroes, because you're going to cause this problem to happen again. Let's say that I'm somebody that goes to a protest. Let's flip the scenario a bit here, right? Let's say that I go to a protest. I'm a black person. A white person rushes me and is trying to kill me, actually trying to kill me, and I shoot them and I kill them, right? And a bunch of other white people start charging me and trying to take my gun away from me, right? And I'm fearing for my life because I know there's Proud Boys also in the mix of this this crowd. So I try and run away and disengage, but they catch up with me, right? They've caught up to me. They've got me surrounded. One of them tries to hit me and knocks me on the ground. Am I not able to defend myself, or do I have to submit to their will and just hope that these white people crowding me during this BLM protest are not going to fucking kill me and they aren't Proud Boys? What do I have to do in that scenario?
Do you think that he was going to get murdered? Because that's the only way you can find Cal Rittenhouse innocent.
Hold on. Engage with my question.
You have to submit to the fact that they are trying to disarm you. Yes.
So I have to submit. I have to submit.
You are the aggressor. You cannot shoot them. You pointed your gun at the crowd. You are the aggressor. You cannot shoot.
No. I just killed somebody in self-defense, and then a bunch of people are chasing after me, and now I have to submit. You just murdered someone in
cold blood. Now a bunch of people are chasing after you, trying to disarm you.
That's not murder. That's
then you have to submit to the crowd.
Maybe you have a so you agree that if I am somebody who killed somebody in self-defense because they were trying to kill me. They were trying to kill me.
He was trying to kill him? You think Rosenbaum was trying to kill him?
No. I'm giving you an example, a hypothetical that you need to engage with. I killed somebody in self-defense, okay? I kill somebody in self-defense, then people start charging me, right? With my gun. I have a gun, and I'm trying to retreat as fast as I can, but they catch up to me and knock me to the ground. Do I have to throw my gun away and let them and submit to the mob? Do I have to do that? Yes or no?
Yes.
Why?
Because you'd be killing innocent people otherwise.
Is
that okay?
No. These people are running up and are trying. I don't know if they're going to kill me. Like I said, there could be Proud Boys. Maybe they aren't Proud Boys, and maybe they would kill me. I have to risk them killing me. I have to risk them killing me just because they wanted to chase after me. That's your solution? That's your better world?
Your solution is kill them. I mean, it's a tough spot to be in.
My solution
Your hypothetical is a tough spot to be in. Unlike Cal Rittenhouse situation. It's not like Cal Rittenhouse situation.
My solution is don't chase after people who have guns when you don't have the full story of what just happened, and don't chase after those people with guns when they're retreating. If they're retreating, let them retreat. Get everybody else who you believe might be in harm's way in the other direction and have them run in the other direction. Don't actively try and disarm an active shooter that you believe is now running away. Don't do that. Because that would, if you're in my opinion, if you're somebody that's holding a gun, I reject your scenario. I don't think that because I am somebody that just killed somebody in self-defense, maybe the example of someone getting raped might be better for you to be able to understand the gravity of it. I think that if I just killed somebody in self-defense, let's say defending myself from sexual assault, and that a bunch of people try and chase after me, and I'm fearing for my I'm fearing for my life because these people are now chasing after me, and I'm openly carrying a gun, and they might take that gun and use it on me. I think it is fair for me to be able to use that gun on those people that are chasing after me and physically assaulting me to try and get me to stop and surrender my weapon. I think that is fair because you should not do that. If you are somebody who is actively investigating whether or not somebody is an active shooter, you should be running the other way or making the person who has the gun disengage.
That's why
by telling them
I
to
think.
run.
Would you charge someone with a gun? I think that's an act of bravery, to be honest.
No,
An act of stupidity, maybe, but it's also brave as fuck.
No. So, like, I've talked about it before. There's brave and then stupid. I think it is stupid.
Someone in the chat just said you are not Batman. Tell that to Kyle Rittenhouse, who went here to protect buildings.
Stand outside of a building and put out some fires? Like, who cares? That's not a Batman thing to do. What is Batman is actively trying to figure out a suspect, do your detective work live on the scene because some random dumb fuck on the side of the road says he shot somebody, and then you think that means that he murdered somebody, right?
What he should have done is tended to the guy he just shot, but instead he runs away and lies and said he had a gun. He lies and says he has a gun. Why are you trusting Kyle Rittenhouse after he's lied time and time again?
One of the reasons why, very understandable, why he would say that he would have lied about being the person that shot the person is because maybe he thought exactly what happened might have happened, right? That if he was like, yeah, by the way, yeah, like I shot that guy or whatever and shit like that, that people would be like, oh yeah, go get that guy. He just shot somebody.
It's very telling that you can put yourself in Kyle Rittenhouse's shoes, but not the crowds if you charge them shoes. You can't put yourself in their shoes.
I can put myself in their shoes. They should be running the other way. My shoes would be scuffed
They're brave.
Fuck off.
They're trying to disarm an active shooter.
That's not brave. That's reckless. You are putting
reckless.
You are putting that person inside of a position where they are going to have to discharge that firearm, whether they are a good guy, quote unquote, or a bad guy. Because they don't know if you're there to kill them. They don't know if you're there to disarm them and then shoot them. So you are putting that person in a position where they have to discharge that firearm, let alone the fact that they're responsible for the firearm. So if they were to even let you disarm them and then they take that gun and then use that gun inappropriately, you are responsible for that. I don't know if you understand that, but you are. As a gun owner, you're responsible for what happens with your firearm. So surrendering a firearm to some angry mob is not something that, one, is wise to do with your life, or two, wise to do with your weapon in the first place.
Kyle Rittenhouse said, what did you think was going to happen when they took your gun from you? They were going to kill me. They were going to kill everyone else. Do you honestly believe Kyle Rittenhouse in this situation, that he thought he was going to get murdered and then they were going to murder other people?
Hold on. I do
if
not
they were just
know.
If they were just going to shoot people...
Back it down. You just asked me a question. Back it down. Okay?
So
Dial it down just a touch, okay? I don't know what would have happened. I don't know.
I didn't even finish my sentence, but okay.
You asked me what do I think would have happened. Do I think that
yeah, and I'm finishing my thought.
I don't think that I don't know what would have happened. We don't know. Nobody can know.
So, okay. If the guy disarmed Kyle Rittenhouse planning on killing other people besides Kyle Rittenhouse, including Kyle Rittenhouse, why didn't he just bring his own gun and start mowing people down and become an active shooter? It doesn't make any sense why he would take an AR-15 and be like, I have an AR-15, I'm mad with power, let me just go kill everyone and mow them down.
I agree. And if Kyle Rittenhouse was there to just kill BLM protesters, why the fuck didn't he mow down everybody in the crowd? I agree.
So he could get away with it legally and have people like you argue in his favor, and so he could say,
and the reason why not the other two, because one of them did bring a gun. The reason why that one that did bring a gun illegally to that protest area, bringing that gun, they actually did show up to try and kill people and fuck shit up. They wanted a legal kill, but Kyle Rittenhouse was just faster to it. He was Walker, Texas Ranger, and quick drew the fuck out of him, and he got clapped. What the fuck is this argument? You are making some stupid abstraction of inductive bullshit that you have no idea of how to be able to extrapolate it. What if I just said that he Grosskreutz wanted to go there and fuck shit up when he brought his gun there illegally, but Kyle Rittenhouse just Walker Texas Rangers the fuck out of his arm before he could try it? What if I told you that? You don't have an argument against that because you can't prove this shit. So don't go with this inductive bullshit, okay? You're extrapolating far too hard off of far too little. And it's showing. Everybody can see that you're reaching.
Okay, well, I think we're locked on those 2 points. So this was a conversation. I'm gonna go.
All right. You have a good one, buddy.
You too, man.
Yep. Wow, what a perfect time for the YouTube video to end.